Okay, part two for today. Just wrapped up my meeting with new potential rental property, the owner. It was a good meeting. I actually feel even better than I did, and it's those kinds of interactions with people that I really enjoy having, and it just put me in a whole new focus for what I'm doing. So it's still the last day of November 30th, and we've got about 10 minutes to 10. And I recorded on the way over, which was very intermittent and sporadic, mixed in with me trying to navigate the traffic and the sun on the way here. But the point I was trying to get to was trying to decide on my presentation, how I was going to present the things that I was going to present to carry the most impact. Now what I wanted to just really hit on, just because of what I was left with when I left that property, is and this is all part of my theory of interactional energy transfer. Sounds like a good term. And it's really the theory behind why I want to do the public speaking and what the impact I think I can have on groups of people. So, what do we got going on here? Like they've got another truck with a smoking tire going the opposite direction, so I'm not going to be driving right behind it. But I see some flashing lights, and it looks like they are closing a lane down, so I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out when we get up here. But so I've theorized for years, some of it vocally out loud in some of my recordings, and some of it has been theory that I've been working on quietly in my mind and not really giving any kind of discussion to. And it's the theory of I don't even know how to term it. Inspiring or motivating, having an effect on a crowd. And I can tie this back to churches. Really, it's what I always end up reverting back to is the concept, the idea, the performance that is involved in a religious gathering, whether it's televangelists or a priest performing a mass. What they're trying to do is they're trying to draw people in, trying to spark interest. But I have had for a number of years now this theory about individuals being able to work up a crowd, and basically the way I see it, it's taking that energy in that crowd, and it's really an energy manipulation ability to and this is going to jump around because I have different experiences with this, but in theory the basic is that certain individuals have the ability to affect the energy in a room. They have the ability to, through themselves, increase the vibration level of the individuals in the room. And it's a group effect. It's a prayer effect. It's a congregational effect. It's the ability to take everybody in that room, focus them on one thing, and use your energy to raise their energy, raise that vibration, raise that frequency, and then the ability to play with that once it's raised up. I have theorized and I have experienced the psychic vampire effect, I guess is the best way to phrase that. With individuals that can do that, they can raise up that level, and then they can skim off the top or suck it dry to feed themselves. And but not getting into the actual manipulation of it, I believe it 100%. I believe that it's the reason why religious leaders over the years have been able to have such an impact and such a following, because of their ability to create an energy in that room, in that environment, of raising everybody else up, and people benefit from that. They feel that, and they experience that uplift, and it's moving. It makes a difference, and they keep going back because they want to continue to experience that. And depending on who you are and what your motivation is, you could attribute it to God. I'm bringing God into the room. You're experiencing the spirit of the Lord, whatever your shtick is. And but the bottom line, the base of that is that those individuals have that ability to do that. And regardless of what you attribute it to, it is a gift that you can use for the benefit of all, or for your own personal benefit, and that's your prerogative. Do what you want to do with it. But over the years, I've noticed that other individuals, sometimes politicians, have the ability to do that. That's how they ended up getting into public office. But one of the things that I really, really noted a couple years back, and I did do a recording on this, was DJs being the modern individuals to be able to do this, because they can take a crowd and an environment, and they, through the use of music and their ability to mix it and pump their own energy into it and pump their own energy into the room, can drive that into a frenzy that is beneficial, that other people experience and enjoy. And there's no difference, and it was really the day that really confused me. I think I was listening to music. I'm sure it was some DJ mix on the radio, and it just hit me that the feeling I was having in listening to this mix was very similar to the feelings whenever I went to church, and there was very many moments where I was moved in church, but I have experienced certain religious leaders in my life through whatever circumstance ended up getting me there. The ability to promote, generate, and lift that energy source in the room, and to be able to benefit from it. But I really took my experience as being a DJ for a while in a club, and those nights where there's some nights you're just playing music, you're putting fucking discs on the turntable and hitting play, and there's really no effect. But were days or nights where you started to feel something, and then you could tell that the crowd was feeling it too, and that was what you were striving for. You were striving for those moments and you felt inspired. You've got a song on, and you got this reaction. You got this reaction from the crowd, which increased your reaction, which mixed together action, reaction, interaction, and that interaction was what was driving that feeling through the roof. and then you're inspired to play. I got this other song, and then that song is motivating you, which is in turn motivating. It's again conveying that energy without actually speaking. And again, it's I can't use any other term but magical. It's a magical experience to hit those situations. That's exactly where I'm heading. It's where I'm going. I want to be able to do that with this speech concept for me evolving more into a performance. I feel like I can effectively change the world. And it's going to have to be, and this kind of reverts back to what I was just talking about, it's when you want to institute change, when you want to implement, when you want to create change in the world, you cannot tell the world, you need to change and this is what you need to change to. You need to present a feeling, you need to present an energy, you need to present an idea without explaining that idea, without describing it. Let the individual audience experience that, interpret that, and let that carry through them. And that's the only way that change is going to be at least evolutionary change on a positive or beneficial level. That's the only way that's going to take effect. And the idea excites me. The idea really, really triggers something inside of me that excitement doesn't even explain what it does to me, with the potential behind this. And I'm just as excited to be talking about it and presenting this in this medium of recording here, so that down the road, once I've been doing this for a while, and once some noticeable changes have begun to take place, we can go back and we can look at this and say, all right, this is the conversion process, the difference between the theory.
Incoming call. Press Uconnect phone button to answer.
I have no idea who that is. I'm not answering that.
Phone call completed.
I'm getting a little road construction here. So anyway, that's where my mind was after leaving that, because it was a very beneficial meeting for me this morning. Not just from a property management standpoint, because that's just to me right now at this point a trivial side effect of me doing what I'm doing is I'm also contributing to the benefit and evolution of Boardwalk. But what's really motivational for me is the individual experiences that I'm gaining while doing this. Looks like we got this all sorted out here now. So that's what I'm striving for, and that's what I was striving for a year ago when I decided I was going to start opening up. I was going to start reaching out, and I was going to start actively seeking